Hello, Doc, alcoholic addict, amongst other things.
Hello, Doc.
And welcome to another fantastic edition of Sober School. All right, so I was kind of debating on the topic of class tonight, and like typically, I can always do a rundown again or something like that. But typically, I try and think about what
That was on silent.
what my higher power would have me do. And a certain sort of things have been kept coming up, and then I reached out to my buddy Rat, hi Rat, and I'm like, hey man, you got any ideas for a topic? And he's like, are you familiar with the ABDL Community? So I Googled it. You can Google it yourself. You might make sure to turn safe search off. It's adult baby diaper lovers. These are
Yes.
like I've got an illustration. Like if you want to see, kind of looks like you a little bit. But this is a community of people who like to wear diapers and get and they use them too, and they get changed and powdered, and they drink bottles and have story time and nap time and all that stuff.
Yeah, now I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, and so. I like a challenge. I'm like, okay, how can I tie this into recovery? And because I've done all sorts of weird stuff in relationship and recovery. And honestly, it's an excellent topic. All right, from an MRT standpoint, I don't know if anybody's done the MRT program, the Q360 program in the county jail. Hi, Miss Carly. Well, literally the first couple pages, it talks about these two base instincts that we have from birth, which is seek pleasure and avoid discomfort. And all right, that checks out. I think that's definitely related to this type behavior. Like maybe they didn't get enough connection and care and stuff when they were younger, or maybe they're avoiding, they don't like the amounts of responsibility or adulting they have to do now, and they're using this as an escape. And so today's class is going to be on arrested development. And because fact of the matter is, addiction can literally freeze emotional growth. Many people in recovery discover that while they continued aging physically, their emotional development stalled during active addiction. Anybody in this room, like start using or drinking prior to, like before you could vote? No. Like anybody on, like say, not necessarily using drugs, but trying drugs before you're like in your teens, or on or prescribed Ritalin or dextroamphetamine or something like that in early age. All right, that definitely directly speaks to this. Because the coping skills, maturity, and emotional regulation that normally develop over time don't end up getting developed. Like the statistics say people who were started using or drinking prior to age 11 or were medicated, they just never got to that stage. Growing up is hard enough as it is, like best case scenario, but it just doesn't happen because using substances becomes a proxy. It becomes a substitute for growing up. Instead of learning to handle fear, disappointment, loneliness, or conflict, alcohol and drugs provide a shortcut to relief. This prevents the development of healthy emotional coping mechanisms. A lot of us, I know me personally, and a lot of people, I ever noticed like the prevalence of like dick and fart jokes in this house? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think dick and fart jokes ever go out of style, but there's a certain youthful air to the comedic stylings in this house. Like one could make the case that is somewhat juvenile. I'm definitely guilty. I think
I got proof.
Yeah, 100%. But like this age we began using can be very significant. Like a common recovery observation is that the emotional maturity may become stuck around the age when substance use or alcoholism became a primary solution. While not universally true, many people recognize behaviors and reactions that seem rooted in an earlier stage of development. So it all goes back to those two base instincts. So it goes like, we don't like it when our diaper is poopy. We don't like discomfort. We don't like when we're like feeling uncomfortable or embarrassed or afraid. Want mommy or daddy to hold us. And we like the comfort of like a pacifier. You know, probably have 3 or 4 vapes in my pocket. And this is, well, I did a little illustration on the back porch, and
A baba and a baba.
all right, so there is no difference
Yeah.
from a neurochemistry standpoint. A slight difference.
Is that a rig?
100%.
There's a lot of triggers on
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. War stories all over this side.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this bottle and this bottle are definitely connected.
Oh, yeah.
When we were babies, we got this bottle, we're all right. Even if we were sitting in a shitty diaper, I don't know, you ever like fucking, I don't have time to change them right now. Here, finish this bottle. Okay, I'll sit in this shitty diaper or a wet diaper because I got my baba. I got some, the comfort, the pleasure counteracts the discomfort I'm feeling. And that is exactly what we're doing with this.
Southern comfort.
Yeah, exactly. And in certain instances,
Yep.
that is directly connected. And not only does it mess with our emotional development, arrested development creates relationship difficulties. Like, because healthy relationships require communication, compromise, accountability, and empathy. When emotional growth is delayed or stopped entirely, relationships often become characterized by selfishness, manipulation, avoidance, and dependency. All right, so like we want that comfort. We want to feel reassured and whatnot. So you ever be with a good chick, and then there's some curb squirrel hollering at you on Facebook, and you end up talking to her
Yeah.
because she makes me feel special and sexy and important and like desirable. Even though you've got everything you want, you're still looking for that emotional pacifier. You want comforted, and so you wonder why. All right, so we get all these toxic relationships, right? With oh man, why do I keep getting these toxic relationships? Because all right, so you hook up with the chick because she's wanting to hook up. She's down for that and makes you feel sexy and desirable because she's willing to make sex at you. So cool. So there's your seeking pleasure and avoiding discomfort. No, we don't talk about shit. We just have makeup sex. And I wonder why it's not a healthy relationship. I'll be down. It's the darndest thing.
Communication's key.
It is. And we do all sorts of juvenile stuff, but if we don't ever develop, because real relationships require work, they require uncomfortable conversations, and not all of it's fun. The payoff isn't immediate. So like healthy relationships, there is definitely some good stuff there. But most of it doesn't fall in the category of seeking pleasure or avoiding discomfort. You got to do uncomfortable things and wait for the pleasurable parts, and that's not that doesn't gel well with this arrested development that a lot of us suffer with. And this emotional reactivity replaces emotional maturity, like we were talking about yesterday. Like, people experiencing arrested development may react impulsively to frustration, criticism, rejection. Minor conflicts can trigger outsized emotional responses because emotional regulation skills were never fully developed. So if the way we solve problems from when I was a kid, oh, you got a problem, you say something talking out the side of your neck, let's go out behind the dugout and bump. Okay, that's how we solve the problem. Problem solved. You know, like I bleed, you bleed, we both bleed, but it's that's how we solve the problems. That's what I want to say about results. It's hard to argue with them. You know, that definitely is a way to solve a problem, but it does bring other problems. But if that becomes our go-to, neurons that fire together, wire together, and these little, we go back to our base operating system. Okay, you got fucking something slick to say? I'll fucking catch you. I'll catch you in the parking lot, type shit. Because that's the go-to. That's the way our fucking brain was wired for years, and it's not just gonna like be like that at the drop of a hat. And alcoholism and addiction encourages self-centered thinking because it's all about us. It's all about the feels, and I want to feel. It's my dopamine, and I want it now. It's all about like feeling good, like immediately. It's ba. It's all about that.
Yep.
Or I soiled myself again, and I want something to make me feel better. So sitting in this shitty emotional diaper isn't so bad. Active alcoholism and addiction often narrow a person's focus to immediate needs and desires. Like, nobody's ever playing the long game in their alcoholism or addiction. Maybe making sure you have a bottle tomorrow or later tonight or a bag. You know? Or I'm going to fucking start selling. So I can, but even though that's kind of a long game or a business model at the very least, the only reason you're doing it is so you can get high right now all the time. It's just not a sustainable business model. And this self-centered perspective can continue into recovery unless consciously addressed through personal growth and spiritual development. That's why I preach the gospel of embracing the suck. Like, seriously, take the thing you want to do least and do it first. And you get good at that. And that way, because trying to avoid discomfort is what got us here. Only seeking pleasure is what got us here. And doing the hard shit first is neither immediately pleasant, and it is definitely uncomfortable. So it bucks the trend. It is counterintuitive to the way we've been living our lives with this arrested development. And avoidance prevents learning important life skills. We don't learn how to like communicate and talk. All right, I'm fucking got in a fight with my mom or dad or girlfriend, so I'm gonna go get fucked up about it. Problem solved. Alcohol is technically a solution from a chemistry standpoint, but from a life standpoint, quite the opposite. Like every single difficult conversation, painful loss, or uncomfortable responsibility avoided through substance use or alcohol becomes a missed opportunity for growth. That's a chance we missed where we could have just embraced the suck. Okay, this sucks. If we just dealt with it, the hard shit would have been done. We wouldn't have had anything to avoid anymore. We'd be on the other side of it. But since we did something else, like drank or used about it, not only did we not process this emotional trauma or uncomfortable conversation or relationship problem, we made it worse at the same time. So it compounds just like personal growth. Like it's not just the shitty thing you did today, it's the shitty thing you did today plus the shittiness from yesterday plus the shittiness, and it's like a craptastic fucking landslide at a certain point. It compounds exponentially. It's gradual at first, and then it's like, it's right off the charts. And fear is often what sits beneath the rest of development. many immature behaviors are driven by fear. Fear of failure, rejection, vulnerability, responsibility. And addiction definitely does temporarily numb these fears, but ultimately prevents us from overcoming it. Like, okay, something happened in our lives, like, or relationships. It was uncomfortable. And so we, rather than choosing to fucking deal with it and feel uncomfortable, we sought pleasure. We found something, we found a baba. We found a binky that would make it so it wasn't so bad to sit in that fucking shitty emotional diaper. And wound up with emotional diaper rash, you know, like, because it just gets worse.
Water always does find the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's what makes it easy for us to be able to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. But fucking Teddy Roosevelt said nothing worthwhile was ever easy.
That's right.
So if it ain't easy, maybe it's really worthwhile based on the transitive property. Mm-hmm. Old fucking flip side of things. Like, and codependency, relationship dysfunction often follow this shit. Emotional maturity can lead people to seek others to manage their feelings, solve their problems, or provide constant validation. That ugly chick you're hollering on, that fucking on Facebook, or just seeking validation, or like you're fucking in a good relationship and you still got a dating app on your phone. Anybody do that? Don't do that. Shitball.
Yeah, that's not good.
But I bet you pretty much
Fucking shitball.
it is. But I bet you most of us, maybe I'm not pointing any fingers, making any accusations. I would probably bet money that there's people in this room who like got into a relationship and did not immediately erase and deactivate their dating app.
Guilty.
Yeah. Oh, she's really cool. I like it. We're getting along great. But I want to leave these doors open.
Yeah.
You know?
It didn't cause issues.
Mm-hmm.
More
Oh, yeah.
And more issues.
And more issues. And then all of a sudden you get a little notification or something. Oh, she's kind of cute. And then you're like, you're philandering in your head. And it's not really philandering, but you try and tell a woman that. Oh no, I was just thinking about cheating on you. I never cheated on you. I was just thinking about it. I was just talking to this trollop because she makes me feel sexy. It's okay, I wouldn't cheat on you.
A lot of them seem to think that thinking about it.
Yeah.
A lot of them seem to think that thinking about it is a bad thing.
Yeah.
They don't take that.
I go so far as if I'm with somebody, I'll make their description part of my search parameters on like pornography websites because I do take care of business. You know, I got to go number 3, otherwise my work pants don't fit right. But I'm gonna take their description and put it in the search terms, and I'm gonna be thinking about them. I want to have a paper trail, honestly. Like, you know, you're with a short blonde girl with glasses. You know, like a short blonde girl with glasses. It makes like if you're with a short blonde girl with glasses and you're searching for like Nubian gangbang, you're gonna have some questions to answer.
Yeah. And gonna have to pull an all-nighter on that one.
Yeah, that's a multiple day. That's a 2 or 3 day sort of scenario.
Yeah, probably sleeping in the van or something.
Yeah. Honestly, like that one's a freebie. That's a little life hack. You're with somebody, I get it. You know, you got to take care of business. You know, but think about it. Because like if she catches you looking at porn, no, I'm literally searching for chicks who look like you. Because I love you and I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
That's it.
That don't work.
Yeah.
That don't work.
Well, I'd be looking at you. I'd be looking at you naked, but you have clothes on. You know, like at least gives you something on your side.
Yeah.
You know.
You gotta have something.
Yeah. And really, from a healthy relationship standpoint, stuff like going number 3 probably should be addressed at some point. Nick, if that's something you enjoy doing or do frequently, if that is a deal breaker for them,
Yeah. Get her to do it for you.
hey, let me know how that goes. But still, if it's an option, that's a lot healthier. But we're gonna do relationships in the upcoming weeks.
That'd be interesting,
Yeah,
to say the least.
I haven't done one in a while. But
Oop, there's
Yeah.
the sign.
but we keep doing the same thing. We keep like dating toxic women because it falls into this out like seeking pleasure and avoiding discomfort. She makes me feel desirable, and yeah, we don't talk about our problems. We just avoid them, or then you end up getting high about it because you've still got problems. But if you're not dealing with it, I wonder why we get high. I wonder why we go to the Baba and the pacifier.
It's a devil.
Yeah. And it's, I don't want to say inevitable, but it's
Yeah.
a logical conclusion.
Yeah.
And these 12 steps promote emotional and spiritual maturity. This is not fun. Like there's fun in the program, and your life is, at least my life, is drastically better and way more fun and enjoyable on the other side of it. But if you find somebody who enjoys doing a step 4 and step 5, I would keep your head on a swivel, because that is not something that's enjoyable. It's like the inventory process, amends, service work, reliance on a higher power, all encourage growth beyond self-centeredness. Because this is a we program, not a me program. This is all about doing uncomfortable things that we would previously have avoided, having uncomfortable conversations if they're required, and they are required, especially if you're doing it at step 9. And this emotional and get beyond self-centeredness and emotional impulsivity. Recovery is often a process of catching up emotionally. And if you thought growing up was hard when you were a kid, try growing up when you're an adult. After you've got a lifetime of these neural pathways following those 2 base operating instructions origamied into your brain. We've been doing it for a long time.
You found a whole bunch of things that are bad for you that you really fell in love with.
Yeah, that's all she did.
And try to drop them all.
Fell in love with the feeling, but all we're doing is we just really like that pacifier. We like that Baba. We don't like the shitty diaper we're sitting in at the moment. But taking responsibility is a major sign of growth. All right, I shit my pants. You know, I need to fucking deal with that. If I try and avoid it or try and find a pacifier to make me feel better while I'm sitting in this shitty emotional diaper, the shit's not going away. Yeah, and then you got diaper rash, and then the repercussions last for days, perhaps weeks after the initial shit. So we got to take responsibility for our shit, and this arrested development that we suffer often involves just blaming circumstances or other people for what we're dealing with, but without without Brazilian jiu-jitsu, nobody else can shit your pants. Only you can. Like, so if your pants, if you made boom boom in your diaper, you did that. Nobody else, no circumstance. Well, it's your fault because you got the shitty diapers. No, you fucking made boom boom in your Huggies. You did that. You got to deal with it. It's all about changing yourself, literally and figuratively.
Well, that's what scares the shit out of you.
Could be depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know what 90-year-old pussy tastes like? Depends. That's gross. Why would you say such a thing? You should be ashamed of yourself.
You like living cobwebs?
But recovery really does teach accountability. Like especially step 4 is all about recognizing our role in these problems. Like even if all these times we think somebody else shit our pants, we had a role in it, you know. And that's what step 4 is all about. And reorganizing one's role in the problems and taking action to change rather than assigning fault. Right? It's not, okay, you can't, believe me, I've tried, you can't unpoop your pants. It doesn't work. No. There's a website about that, but yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not happening. Doesn't matter how hard you try or how much you want it to happen. If you got shit to deal with, you got shit to deal with. And it is best to deal with it properly. Get that shit cleaned up and get a new diaper on. Recovery is about a lot more than abstinence. This is not just about going without. It's about going within. You know, I was clean and sober for 10 years and had all the things and a salary job and a house and money and fucking hated my life, and I was miserable and depressed and sad and scared. So if it was just about like not getting high or drinking, I would have been good. I had all the things, but I still had a me problem that I had yet to deal with. But simply stopping drinking or using does not automatically resolve arrested development. Lasted recovery involves becoming emotionally mature. Embracing the suck, doing the stuff we don't want to do, signing out, not beating up people in the parking lot, solving our problems with words or avoidance, handling things properly, and learning healthy relationship skills. Like, and it's one thing. Most of us can recognize a toxic relationship, but and I got really good at that. I got really good at recognizing toxic relationships, but I was still having them until I did some research and I found out what a healthy relationship looks like. And that's like not, you come from a fucked up home, mom and dad weren't together, or they were together and they didn't want to be together. We don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. Very few of us. You know? And it is as much about recognizing the bad ones as learning what a good one looks like and what its characteristics are. But that's what we got to do to have good relationships. To stop relying on a binky, to get our emotional diapers changed if we shit them, metaphorically speaking, and develop integrity and growing into the person addiction is preventing us from. Because like I said, you thought growing up when you were a kid was hard. Try growing up when you're Big Mark's age, you know? It's tough. It's not insurmountable, but it's no small feat. But yeah, it's just a short class today. I really just wanted an excuse to show the internet this picture. That's all I got.